Hey, good morning. It's good to see people in our class today. Today we are printing some things with leaves. So I went out this morning and I collected a bunch of leaves and I have some paint here. And so that's what we're going to work with, some leaves and some paint. So just to make sure that you guys have what you need, I hope you have a whole lot of really cool leaves that you collected. I'm excited to see what mine turn out like. You're gonna want some paper, of course. And I actually have a rock here today too, because I'm gonna print one on a rock. And I have a little bit of water to wash out my brush in. And I have a few colors of just regular old tempera paint so that you can put a whole lot of color. Then I have a spray bottle with some watercolor paint in it, or you could use food coloring. And if you don't have this, that's fine. You can experiment with something like that later. But then of course I have a whole bunch of leaves. So oh, paper towel. You need paper towel, and I have a couple of different kinds of brushes. But any brush will do. I'm going to change the camera so you can see what I'm doing on my tabletop. Here we go. There's all my leaves. And so I'm going to pick out a leaf for my very first print. And I got kind of a big one. So this is the one I'm going to use. And I'm going to set this aside for a second because I'm going to use my great big leaf here. And what kind of leaves do you guys have? Show me, hold up a leaf and show me what you got. You got a leaf? Here's my paper, and I'm actually gonna put a kind of a scrap piece of paper down first while I'm painting my leaf because it kind of gets gooey. So grab your paints and let's add some color to this leaf. Here we go. I think I like red, so I'm gonna put some red over here, and I'm painting on the back side of the leaf. That's very important because if you take a look at your leaf, the back side, you can feel the veins easier than you can on the front side of your leaf. It's bumpier. So I'm putting some paint on my leaf with a little brush, and then I'm going to rinse out my brush because I want to change some colors. I'm going to put some orange on mine. How are you guys doing? Are you painting your leaves? Get some orange and paint it up. I got red and orange, and you know what? I'm going to put red and orange on the other side too. And I just have a little scrap paper underneath my leaf because I want to put a lot of paint on there, and I don't want to paint my table. Okay, so I keep changing colors here. I think I'm going to do red down here. Okay. All those colors on there, and then one more color change here for yellow at the tip of my leaf, and you can decide where you want to put your colors. Okay, so have you got your leaf painted? I hope so. So now I'm going to move my scrap piece of paper to the side and get out the real piece of paper that I want to paint on. And if you've gotten a whole lot of paint on your leaf and it looks real gooey, you can always use a little piece of paper towel to just pat it first. That'll work. And then you're ready to make a really nice, cool print. Turn it upside down onto your paper, and then take your hand and just press. Okay, there we go. I wonder what this is going to look like. I hope it's going to look really good. Okay, so I pressed all over my leaf. I'm going to pick it up and see what happens. Oh, cool. That looks really neat. Can you see the veins in the stem? How's yours turning out? Have you got one yet? While you guys are still working, I'm going to get another leaf from my tray, and I think I'm going to do an oak leaf this time. While you guys are still working, I'm going to paint on an oak leaf and put it on my paper as well. So here I go. I think my oak leaf, whoops, my oak leaf is a little bit green, so I'm going to put some green on my oak leaf. And I hope you guys have lots of fun colors. And then I'm going to do some green over here, green over there, and green down here. And then I'm just going to do some red all around in between. I'm sort of just doing some spots on this one. Very cool. And then to really kind of make it stand out, maybe I'll do a little yellow. Let's see. Oh, it's looking good, guys. All right. Okay, so now I've painted another leaf with some yellow and some red and some green. Gonna dab it a little bit onto my paper towel to get off a whole lot of paint. And then I'm gonna do it right here. I press it down, press, 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 press. So I have an oak leaf, and okay, here we go. I'm picking it up. Oh, that's looking good. All right. Now you can take your leaf and print it twice too. But I don't gonna have any space. Oh yeah, I'm gonna print it over here, kind of on the edge. Whoops, you can't see. There we go. I'm gonna print it twice. This is my second printing of that oak leaf because there's always a little bit more paint on your leaf and it'll get lighter. Wow, there we go. All right, well, that is one way to do a little leaf printing. Always use the bumpiest side of the leaf, the back side of the leaf, and put as much paint on it as you like, and then print it on your paper. So there we go. So now I'm gonna, you can do this on paper. You can do it on other things too. So I'm gonna get out my rock. Let's see, how's yours turning out? Well, you guys can keep painting leaves. I'm gonna do a little one on a rock. So if you have any rocks, later, you can do this. And so I'm gonna put just a little bit of color on my rock first. I'm gonna spread some color around just a little bit. And then I'm gonna get just a little color, so it'll be really pretty when I do this. Now I'm going to get a couple of smaller leaves that might fit on my rock. Oops, I just dumped over a jar of paint. Okay, here's a little small leaf that I might use. Here's another little small leaf that I might use. Oh, I think I like that one the best. What do you think? It's another oak leaf, but I think I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to take and paint my oak leaf using a piece of scrap paper again, turning it over, and what would show up against orange? I think maybe a lot of green and maybe some orange. So I'm painting this oak leaf because I'm going to print it on my rock. So you can find anything that you can print on and it'll turn out really great. So I printed this all green, but it's fall. So I want it to look like it's starting to change color. So I have some orange. So I'm going to put some orange splotches on my green leaf. Whoops. There we go. And maybe some red too. Oops, there we go. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now I'm going to turn it upside down on my rock. Let's see what happens now. There we go. I'm getting kind of messy. I hope this looks good. Shall I pull it up? There. That turned out interesting. You know, rocks are kind of bumpy and they have their own texture. And I tried to print a leaf onto the top of that texture, and it doesn't look exactly like I wanted it to, but I can see the leaf. Can you see it? So someday when you're out collecting rocks, you might find a smooth one and then print a leaf on it. All right. So now there's one more way. We printed leaves on paper. And if you had acrylic paint, you could actually paint it on one of your t-shirts as well. But I just have water-based tempera paint. So we won't do that. But I have another way for us to print leaves. And I have some spray bottles. I have a spray bottle with some food coloring in it. I think that one's orange, and this one is purple. And so let's move my paints out of the way, and let's see what happens when we do this. Now I have a bigger sheet of paper, and I'm going to try to fill it with leaves here. So there's my big sheet of paper. And instead of painting on my leaf this time, I'm going to put my leaves on the paper like this. There's a maple. Whoops. No, here's the maple. And it's nice and flat. And I think I'm going to do another one that I found in the yard and put it down. I'm sort of arranging them in a scattered pattern. Here's another little cute one. Whoops. There we go. You can see that better. And another little cute one. And I have room right over here, right? What should I do? Oh, how about another one of these? That fits perfectly. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to take my spray bottle and hold it up just a little bit over the top of the leaves. Okay, here is my spray bottle, right? And I'm spraying over the tops of my leaves. And what's happening now? My spray bottle, oops, just quit on me. There you go. Is spraying everywhere but under the leaf. So there's one color. And now I have a littler spray bottle with some different color in it. And I'm spraying over the tops of the leaves now too. Ooh, purple, purple, purple. There we go. Purple and yellow is what I have today. There. Now, should I pick it up and see what happens? There we go. Another thing you could do with, well, we'll try it again after this, but now I'm picking up my leaves. Oh, check that out. And look what's underneath. The white part of the paper shows up, and the prints of the leaf are underneath. Whoa. That might be something to try to do today too. All right, so here, that's one. I'm going to do it in a different way next. So I'm going to get a piece of paper. And if you don't have a spray bottle, you can do it with a brush and a leaf over the top of your paper, just like this. Again, I think I'm just going to do 2 leaves this time, just like that. And I'm going to use my regular tempera paints. And I'm going to use a different kind of a brush, although any brush will work. And I'm going to see what happens when I take a little paint on my brush, a little water on my brush, a little bit of water on my brush, and then hold the leaf down and just go plunk, 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 plunk all around my leaf. So I'm going to do that again. A little bit of paint, a little bit of water, and I'm dabbing all around my leaf, just like this. So what's going to happen now? There we go. And all the way around this. This was a fern leaf. This one's kind of interesting, but a little bit hard to do. I'm going to pick it up. Let's see what happened. Whoa! I can barely see where my leaves were. I'm going to put that one down here and do that again. I think it's because my leaves are moving a little bit. Let's see if I did that one right. Oh, I can see it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try a maple leaf now. That might be a little bit easier. And there's my big maple leaf. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of red and a little bit of orange. And I'm going to hold my leaf down and dab all around it to see what I get. How you guys doing over there? So if you have another piece of paper, you can try this. I have lots of paper here because I get some ideas as I go around. So I'm just dabbing paint all around the edges. And let's see if what kind of an impression I got when I pick it up. There it is. So that's all of the, you can do that with lots of little leaves or lots of big leaves. And you can paint your leaves, or you can paint around your leaves. So that's all I've got for today. Let me show you this a little bit up close. There you can really see that maple leaf. You can sort of see the texture of a couple of fern leaves. That one was a hard one. And my favorite was those. So I'm going to turn the camera back to my FaceTime. So thanks for coming in today and painting with us. And hope you come again, and we'll see you soon next time. Bye.